Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on how to have different colors. So as you can see here, this is white and this has a red overlay and this has a blue overlay. So this is to represent something like a faction system or a team system or whatever you have in your game according to your game design. So we are going to implement a system within our marker system to assign a color to those markers. Right, before we get started, let me quickly remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from my Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can access everything without any limits. And here is the full playlist of this series. Everything is implemented and is explained from scratch. You can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself too. Right, now let's get to today's episode. Alright, so now here, if I play, now as you can see, all these icons have the same color. So let's say you have some different faction system or a team system. In that case, you would need a way to add some tint or color tint to these icons or these labels or whatever. So that's what we are going to work on. So for that, here under marker data, I'll simply add some variable. I'll call it color and choose linear color. Data type and the default value I'll choose white. Okay, let's play and make sure nothing is broken. No, because it's a data structure. Sometimes code gets broken when you update data structures. All right, now let's go to this generic marker. And here, this icon is already black. Because of that, if it wouldn't make a difference, let me just show you. If I change the brush color to something else, the black part does not change, but the outline changes, like that. Similarly, we can change this label color as well, like this. So I think that's all right. So in the initialize marker, maybe things are getting a bit complicated here. Maybe we should start adding functions now. Breaking things into functions here. So let me do that first. Here. Initialize distance. And this is text. Initialize label. Oh, I can't. Initialize label. In the same way, I'll add one. Add a dot here. Oh wait, not a return node, just a reroute node. This is just a lazy way to create a function, an empty function, and it is already connected here. Initialize colors. Okay. Now here is the dot. We don't need that. We can get mark data. Break, and we can hide everything and keep only the color. That's all we need here. So now we can, this body is not a variable, so I'll make it a variable. CodeLikeMe. Okay, get that. Set brush color. The color with this color. And also I'll get the text label. Set font. Set color and opacity. Slide color. Now let's see. It's nothing. Maybe I set the default value. Yeah, alpha is 0. That's why. Okay. Compile. Now, still nothing. Why? One. Let's check the windmill. Correct. Oh, wait. It's compiled. Let's check each instance. Oh, yeah, this is why. Somehow it has become. It has the previous value we had. Yeah. So I'll leave this one the same color, and this one maybe we can have different color. Like red. And this one blue. Now we will see. Yeah, that's black, and this has a red overlay, and that one has a blue overlay. So yeah, as you can see, now they have different colors. Alright, so thanks for watching. Next time, let's look into how to have custom marker icons for different types of buildings. So whatever the entities that you want to show markers. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. So yeah, see you in the next episode.